can never change. I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland. Hey, I'm African, I can never change. I'm a roots man, I can never.
Greetings. Yebo, this is the 26th day of March, Washington, D.C., you know. It's officially spring, but still a little bit cold, you know. Like right now, it's about 55 degrees, which is very cold. Not very cold, but you know, for this time of the year, is kind of, you know, chilly, you know. Yeah, man. See even these ones here, see them? The trees are starting to pop. You know, the leaves are starting to pop, you know. Yeah, let's take a stroll and see what's happening down here. All right, going to catch the subway as usual, you know. Yeah, man, all the way to U Street. Wanna go check out the legendary Howard Theater, you know. Yeah, man. This area is called Petworth. Petworth is where, it's off Georgia Avenue. This is where I live. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I gotta catch the subway. The green line goes down there. Yep. Yeah, these trains, they're very punctual. When they say 2 minutes, they come right on time. Yeah. Right there, punctual, right on time. Yep. Howard Show. This is my stop here. This is where Howard University is. Yeah. Right off Georgia Avenue.
I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland. Africa, I'm African, I can never change. I'm a roots man, I'm a bingy man, I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland.
See that over there? Chuck Brown was the man that started the music called go-go music. Yeah, Chuck Brown. That street is named after him. Go-go music started here in DC. Yeah, Chuck Brown, the godfather of go-go music. Check him out.
I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland. I'm African, I'm a roots man. I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland. Africa, the land that we belong. Africa, Africa, land that we belong. Africa, motherland, land that we belong.
Yebo, in the background again, that's the historical Howard Theater. This theater was the largest and the first theater, first black theater, you know, where black people would do the activities and, you know, and shows and stuff like that, you know. So this theater was established in 1910, and it's on the T Street, Northwest. If you happen to come to DC, you know, if you happen to come to Washington, DC, check it out. You know, it's on T Street, you know. Yeah. And Howard University is across on the other side. In the background, right there. About 2 blocks. Yeah, man. So this is where black people were doing the activities, you know, during the civil rights years, you know. So the theater was established in 1910. 1910, you can imagine, things were still not good here for black people, you know, yeah. So this is where people like James Brown, Chuck Brown also. Chuck Brown, the guy that I just showed you, the street is named after him. He's the godfather of go-go music, you know. And I read somewhere he used to brush his shoes. He used to be a brush. He used to brush people's shoes so that he could get into the shows for free. You know, you can imagine. You know, he used to brush people's shoes inside this theater. And I think the theater burned down for some time, and it was closed. It was closed for some time. You know. So in 1968, there was riots here that erupted. You know, when Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. So those riots that really damaged the theater, and the theater burned and it was closed. The riots caused significant damage, and which led to the closure of the theater. So the theater reopened in 1975, which was opened briefly, and then it was shut down. And then it was opened briefly after in 1975. You know, and then it shut down again for another 32 years. Then in 2012, that's the birth of my son. My son was just born across the Howard Theater, right there at the Howard Hospital. So it reopened, and I hear the renovations took about 29 million to bring it back to its glory. So yeah, man. So a lot of people performed the Chuck Brown, James Brown, you name them. Almost all black entertainers of that time. And the other day, I even saw Bien of Sauti Sol, was supposed to perform here from Kenya. I think the show was cancelled. He was supposed to perform here in February. Yeah. So, Mr. Bien, if you're watching this, just know this place is the historical first black theater. So, and this is the Washington, D.C. Northwest. Yeah, man. This is Mr. Justo Asikoye. I've watched a lot of shows here, a lot of reggae shows, a lot of black acts, Yeah. When you see these people saying black acts and all this black theater, black music, this place was like, if you remember, during the segregation time, it's reached to that point where black people are doing their own things, Yeah, they were doing their own things, B.B. King, all of them, they performed here. James Brown, all of them. Chuck Brown, when he died, they brought him here, right there in the theater. So, it's something to value, because this is where black people are expressing themselves.
I have gone all around the world, I have seen it all. I can never change identity to be someone else. I know where my heart belongs, it is Africa. I am African to the core, I can never change. I'm African, I can never change. I'm a roots man, I'm a bingy man, I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland. I'm African, I'm a roots man, I'm a roots man, I'm a culture man, I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland. They used to call it the Dark Continent, while they stole our resources and exploitation.
Yep, I even forgot. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye was born here in D.C. If you remember the song Sexual Healing and What's Going On, Yeah, those are the days things were happening, Marvin Gaye was born here in D.C. He also performed here. You can imagine, I would say a lot of black superstars during the 60s, they all came here at the Howard Theater. You know? Yeah, man, legendary place. You don't know. That's about it. See you on the next one. Yeah, man, Mr. Juice. Soon we're going to perform here. Jabali Africa is going to perform here. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's Ben's Chili Boy. You know, that's a story for another day. It's a very popular black sport. It's on U Street, you know. That's a story for another day, but that's where people like even Obama, Mike Tyson, every other black, or any other black popular guys, they come to eat there. From basketball to Hollywood to music, they all come there. That's a story for another day. I'm gonna bring you that story when it gets warmer a little bit. It's a little bit chilly out here. Yeah, boy.
I'm a roots man, I'm a culture man, and Africa is my homeland.